What's going on, guys? Bengal again here, coming back at you with another video. Today, doing my first off-season rebuild after the draft is over. I've uploaded so much draft content on the channel, so if you are new here, go ahead, check that out, and make sure to scroll down, hit that subscribe button. It's completely free, as we will get into the Trevor Lawrence Jacksonville Jaguars rebuild. But as you'll see with the roster, it's not just Trevor Lawrence. There is Andre Cisco, there's Jordan Smith, there's Luke Farrell. I don't know why I'm starting at the back end of the draft. Jalen Camp even. The Jags had a very interesting draft class. Brought in Walker Little, brought in Travis Etienne, brought in, who else did they bring in? Tyson Campbell. I think that's into their entire draft class. Let's talk about their team and get into this rebuild of the Jacksonville Jaguars, who seem to be well on their way. They have all the pieces. Now it's about developing these guys and coaching them up and leading this Jaguars team back to the AFC Championship like they were in 2017, maybe? 2017, I want to say. So it was the 2017 season, but it took place in 2018 in January. So whatever, 2017, I'm going to give it to myself because it was the 2017 season. This is the 2020 season, but we're going to treat it like it's 2021. So no simulating to the end of the season to go to the draft like we've been doing. We're just going to start from here. And also, because I'm importing a roster, I downloaded one from the top of the file share on the PS5 file share. You can't load into the franchise with development traits, so I'm going to assign development traits to some of these rookies. Something that I think is fair. I'm going to give Lawrence Superstar X Factor. I think that's fair. #1 overall pick in the draft. I think Etienne's going to get Superstar to get him in behind James Robinson. I might give Jalen Camp Star to make him usable. Tested amazingly. Have to see how he develops as a football player. Who else? I think I might end up giving Jordan Smith Star, another great athlete that has a lot of developing to do as a football player. Andre Cisco, I'll give Star. And then Tyson Campbell, I think I'll give him Star as well. I have to put everybody on a 4-year contract as well as a rookie. So with the first-round picks, just based on the way the roster's set up, I can't make them first-round picks and get their 5th-year option activated for Etienne and Lawrence. So we're just going to have to work around it. We'll manage. Okay, so I finished making sure the contracts are correct. And everything is basically the way I want it. And here's the deal. Listen, I gave Walker Little star development. I gave Jalen Camp star development. I gave every rookie at least star development because I think it's more fun that way. If you don't like it, it's tough. Andre Cisco is going to start at free safety. Rayshawn Jenkins is going to start at strong safety. And we're going to go ahead and get into this here, simulating to the midseason mark. I just want to make sure the depth chart's correct, and then we will get it going. Oh yeah, the only rookie I didn't give star dev to was Luke Farrell. Sorry, just didn't do it. So this is how I'm setting up the team. Walker Little at right tackle, of course. Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne in there. I'm going to stick with James Robinson as their starting running back. I think that's the best move to make. We got Andre Cisco back there. J2 Fele is going to be D tackle 3. He's not going to start right away. Tyson Campbell, CB4. I think it's better to start him as CB4 than Trey Herndon. Just because, you know, Tyson Campbell's the rookie, number 33 overall in the 2021 NFL Draft. Got Kayvon Chason starting. Roy Robertson Harris is cool. I think it makes more sense to move him to D tackle on this team. So I do have to change some of these positions around a little bit. This roster had a lot of overhaul. I couldn't just, like, get in and go. I've had to do a lot. I feel like this video has been very draft focused so far, but the Jags went out and made a lot of big free agent signings. Marvin Jones Jr. being one of the biggest ones. Yes, Philip Dorsett is in there as well. He'll be wide receiver 4. What else? Defensively, Rayshawn Jenkins was a new pickup. He's going to start over Jared Wilson. Roy Robertson Harris was a new one. They obviously Shaquille Griffin was a big one. So there are a lot of guys who got upgraded. I mean, I need to make or upgrade. There were a lot of guys who got signed. This team got upgraded. I do need to change Shaquille Griffin's contract because he's going to be a free agent after this year. Oh, unless they already did it. In which case, good on them. Yeah, all right. Three-year contract, $40 million in real life. This roster creator did a decent job. Not amazing. Did have to create some of the rookies. But, you know, the draft just ended last week, so it's understandable. It's forgivable. We'll simulate to the midseason mark, see how this Jaguars team is doing. Hoping for Trevor Lawrence to get Rookie of the Year, just because it would be cool to get him upgraded more. It's not like his development trait's going to change with Superstar X Factor, but I'd like to get him up to a 99 overall as soon as possible. We are 5-2, and Laviska Shenault has a breakout challenge to go up to Superstar Dev. I don't really know what we can do to make that happen in simulation other than have him in the slot, which is where he is. So I think we'll just keep him there. Sidney Jones is going to need to be re-signed. Who else is going to be a free agent this year? Cam Robinson. He was franchise tagged in real life. Do we want Cam Robinson back? I think so. He's only 24 years old. I don't think he's the best tackle in the world in real life. But in the game, he makes a lot of sense to bring back. As to Sidney Jones, he's fairly affordable. And like Tyson Campbell's cool and all, but I don't really want to rely on Tyson Campbell as my CB3 just yet. He can work into that role. And then Cam Robinson's back long-term as well. Those were 2 signings that needed to happen. Very happy about that. And I'm happy with the way that the team has played so far. The Texans are 3-4. The Titans are the team who has not won a game at 0-7. That's a little bit of a surprise. We will get, let's do DB and O-line training boost for the time being. A couple rookies in the secondary, Tyson Campbell, Andre Sisco, and Walker Little, of course, at tackle. This team's doing really well, though. We'll simulate to the playoffs. Hopefully, Laviska Shenault gets upgraded to superstar development. I think he's sitting at star right now. So please get 150 yards receiving. That'd be fantastic. 11-5, made the playoffs. Had to have won the division at 11-5. We did. The Texans went 10-6. Trevor Lawrence, pretty good rookie season. About 4,200 yards passing, 34 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Was really pushing for some rookie records there. I think he's just short of yards, and I think he actually has beaten the passing touchdown record. Did Justin Herbert throw for 33 this year? He was super close. Might have been 31. 31. So Lawrence has the passing touchdown record by a rookie. James Robinson had 12 touchdowns. Travis Etienne got involved a little bit. I'm sure that's only going to change more as he gets to be a higher overall, and he'll get more and more touches. We'll basically split carries. Laviska Shenault, 1,200 yards receiving, 10 touchdowns. Marvin Jones was pretty good. James O'Shaughnessy got way too many catches. DJ Chark was solid. Didn't really have the yards in there, even though like he is a yards per catch animal. He's not really a possession receiver at all. Etienne was pretty good. Jalen Camp didn't get involved at all, or not exactly shocked by that. Miles Jack was awesome. No interceptions, but 5 sacks, 116 tackles, 10 for loss. Josh Allen had 12 tackles for loss. Miles Jack and Chason both had 10. And then Kaylavon Chason had 10 sacks. Led the team. Allen was 6, 5 for Jack, 4 for Malcolm Brown. Dwayne Smoot had 3. And then 3 picks for CJ Henderson. Same for Shaq Griffin. Schobert even had 2. And the rookie Andre Sisco had 1 as well. 2 fumble recoveries and 2 forced fumbles for Miles Jack both led the team. And then no defensive touchdowns. Show me rookie of the year for Trevor Lawrence as Deshaun Watson wins MVP. Trevor Lawrence at 9. Justin Fields in there. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Deshaun Watson. Trevor Lawrence at 7. Defensive Player of the Year is Von Miller. Miles Jack at 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Justin Herbert. Of course, we have to compete with the guys who are actually rookies in real life. So, Justin Herbert wins over Trevor Lawrence. A little bit confusing. Hopefully, you guys can follow that. Laviska Shenault at 8, even though he's in last year's draft class. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. It's fun to see some new names in here. Kaylavon Chason at 3. CJ Henderson at 7. So, Trevor Lawrence is up to an 86 overall. With morale, 85 overall, but he's about to get upgraded again. As you can see, he's 5,300 XP from 55. So very, very close, just about 150 away. And he is already looking very, very, very good. Trevor Lawrence is going to be an animal. And I wish we could get a better tight end. It'll happen in time. Andre Sisco, has he not played the snap requirement in a full season? Oh, did his dev trait get upgraded? Why would it be at hidden when he's had star the entire time? Well, I guess Tyson Campbell hasn't changed either. Interesting. Maybe it's the reset at the playoffs glitch. That's probably what it is. But then why does Etienne and Trevor Lawrence not have that? Is Trevor Lawrence a rookie here, or is his experience 1? Is that what's going on? No, he's a rookie. It's weird with how these guys have to create the rosters. I don't know. A little strange. We are going to buy... Let's do defensive line training boost. Try to get Kaylavon Chason going a little bit. And see if we can beat the Patriots in the wild card. Home field advantage does not work to our advantage. We are out in the first round. But playoffs in year 1, not too mad about that. Only scored 10 points. Not ideal. But we're ready for the offseason. Do we need to bring anybody back in free agency? Or restricted free agency, I guess that could be. But no. Regular free agency is about to be open. Here's where we might have a problem. Is in free agency, we might have guys who were free agents in 2020. Interesting. So some of the guys are not. Well, some of the guys are actually tough to tell because Chris Godwin and Marcus Williams were both franchise tagged in real life. Did they change every contract? Because a lot of these guys will be free agents next year, but some of them are on one-year deals. I don't know. Do I really want anyone in free agency right now? Not particularly. Not particularly. I think we're just going to rock with what we have for right now. Focus on the draft. Focus about developing these guys. We'll see if anyone got upgraded. As Laviska Shenault does have superstar development. Did he get that now, though? He did for winning receiver of the year. We'll give him route technician, I believe. So Laviska Shenault is looking like he's going to be a beast. Jamal Agnew, of course, has had it as a returner. We need a tight end. Maybe we'll sign one of those or look to draft one of those. Andre Sisco's in here. Star dev. I think Shaquille Griffin got upgraded to superstar, if I'm not mistaken. He did. Awesome. Caleb Chason, I'm sure, got upgraded to star. Miles Jack, I'm sure, got upgraded to superstar X Factor. That is awesome as well. What do we give him? Let's do run stopper. And we will give him also, I don't know, secure tackler. I've said it the entire year. I don't know if any of these actually impact free agency. No idea. No idea. Don't really feel like signing any of these tight ends. Mo Alley Cox might be worth it, actually. If I can bring him in on like a 3-year deal. And I still might even look to draft a tight end anyway. So we'll offer Mo Alley Cox, former basketball player for VCU. I'm sure many of you knew that, but maybe not. Maybe not. Still have the lead on him just a week later. So I think Mo Alley Cox is probably someone that's going to end up signing with us. But I'm focused and ready for the draft. Haven't seen any of the prospects yet, as Taven Bryan is not going to have his 5th-year option taken because he's bad. No offense, but also I said an offensive thing, so that is what it is. It is draft time. We're looking to upgrade tight end, potentially safety, outside linebacker in my 4-3. What else? What else? Still have Jawan Taylor. Didn't really talk about him very much. We have Walker Little now, so he's our guy. Cam Robinson got re-signed. Sucks for Jawan Taylor. Might end up trading him. Receiver could be a position I look to draft. Although I like the guys we have. Marvin Jones is just regressing, of course. So outside linebacker, safety, D-tackle, edge maybe, something like that. Still focused on, I guess, defense and then tight end. Not a great draft class, honestly, for my needs. We're going to see what's available. We have 2 picks inside the first round, 20 and 23. Still some pretty good players. Dominic Davis is probably going to end up being the pick. He's a very early first-round center. And it's not at the top of my list for things I need, but listen, he's a good player. He'll eventually take over on the interior of the offensive line at some point. Only normal development kind of hurts, but number 5 in the class, took him at number 20. Love to see that. He's very good. He's great depth for the time being, as exciting as depth is on the offensive line, I know. But we're going to go ahead and maybe trade this pick down. There's no one worth taking at this spot, so we will move a first-rounder and maybe Jawan Taylor. No one wants Jawan Taylor. An early 20-year-old, 73 overall right tackle has 0 interest from any team in the league. Okay. But you know what? It's funny. I bet Gardner Minshew has interest from every single team. Listen, I'm not saying that it's not an upgrade from the previous trade system, but I don't know. I think they did some good things when they changed the way the trade logic works, and they did some bad things. And the fact that no one wants Jawan Taylor and everyone wants Gardner Minshew except for one team, to me, that's a bad thing. Trading number 23 overall, Gardner Minshew, and a 5th-round pick for a 1st and a 2nd next year from Philadelphia. So we just didn't need the pick. hopefully the Eagles are really bad next year. Back to the draft. We're going to reach on this tight end a little bit, but I think he could be pretty good. Late first-round guy, fairly athletic, and he is a 73 overall normal dev. Might be good enough to start right away. In fact, he's going to be. Only 21 years old. That is better than James O'Shaughnessy right now, for sure. For sure. Take a D tackle here. Bruce Foote, mid-first-round guy, 75 overall. He's number 10 in the class. Took him at 87. That is not bad. 91 strength. Offers nothing as a pass rusher at all. So that's not super fun. But he's good. Good overall. Taven Bryan replacement? I don't know. Wow. Number 1 overall player in the class is a safety out of Ohio State. Star development or better. And was taken in the middle of the 2nd round. Okay. Didn't see him at all. How is that possible? You know what we should do, honestly, is bench AJ Kahn. You know, nice guy, but he's 29 years old. Start Dominic Davis right now at right guard. 6'4", 317. Only 21 years old as well. That's the guy. That's my new starting right guard. He might even be a 77 overall. Sometimes centers jump up 1 or 2 overall to the next position. There you go. So he is perfect to start right away. One of the better offensive linemen on this team. Tied for 3rd highest overall, Mo Alley-Cox at tight end. Norman, I talked about him maybe starting. I kind of forgot I signed Mo Alley-Cox. So that's where we are on that. DJ Chark is going to be up to an 84 overall. We'll give him route runner. Say he's at 83. Okay, cool. As soon as I say up to an 84, don't even change it. Love that. And then defensively, Rayshon Jenkins, I guess, still starts. I really wish I got that safety. I don't know how I didn't see him when I was scouting. Chase on +2 finesse moves. Up to 81. We got Foote starting a defensive tackle. That is something. Who's Fender? CPU drafted him. 69 overall. Nice. 87 speed. He actually looks okay. I'd like to play him a decent bit this first year. I'm not really sure where that's going to be, though. Maybe sub linebacker? I wonder what his overall there would be. We'll just leave him where he is for now. That's fine. But you guys have seen the team. Let's go ahead and simulate to the midseason mark. And hopefully we're doing pretty well. Laviska Shenault's frustrated here at the midseason mark because he's not in the slot, which means he isn't getting force-fed the ball. So be frustrated then. I don't know what to tell you. Be about the team. We're 2-5. I mean, there's not much about the team that we can be positive about. The opposite of how well we were doing at this time last year. We'll have the CPU upgrade all those players. Why are we 2-5? In theory, we only got better, but I guess so did some other teams. DJ Chark's going to get extended for 5 years. We'll do that. So he is back. Malcolm Brown, I don't know about. Rayshon Jenkins, I don't know about. AJ Kahn, I don't know. I don't know about a lot of these guys. No one's really standing out as, oh my, we have to re-sign them. So we'll see, but I'm not going to make those decisions right now. We really need to upgrade our defense. I'm sure it's our offense holding us back for no reason. I'm sure it is. But we need to upgrade our defense. No, it really is our defense holding us back. Even though Trevor Lawrence is 12th in passing, or 26th in passing touchdowns with 12. Not fantastic. But we'll simulate to the playoffs. It doesn't seem like we're going to be a part of them. We did. No, we didn't make the playoffs. I saw a wild card at the top. I guess it would have given us an opponent. So that sucks. We finished 7-9, which was almost good enough to win the division. Our offense seemed to be pretty great. The defense, not so much. Trevor Lawrence threw 17 interceptions. That's not good. ETN had a few more carries this year. Definitely was better with them. More yards per attempt. Receiving DJ Chark went off in the slot. 108 catches, 1,500 yards, and 14 TDs. Shenault was still pretty good, as was Mo Alley-Cox. He put up unreal numbers. He might go up to superstar dev with that, I wonder. That might be the most yards in the league for a tight end. Just because tight ends really don't get too involved in simulation usually. Great year for Myles Jack. Josh Allen had 9.5 sacks, but really no one else got after the quarterback at a high rate. CJ Henderson had 4 picks. Andre Sisco with 2. This defense needs to improve. I recognize that it's not all the way there. Myles Jack with a touchdown as well. So I'm not super surprised about them holding us back, as Trevor Lawrence is top 6 in MVP. We just need linebacker, safety even, potentially, and defensive line. Browns crushed the Cardinals in the Super Bowl, 31-6. Sheesh. So I'm sure that safety's going to have star development, as DJ Chark playing him in the slot worked out perfectly. He's up to superstar dev, 1 receiver of the year. We'll give him route technician as well, and deep out elite. That makes sense to me. He's going to go up to an 87 overall, I believe, because with morale. Well, I don't know if he's going to change. Now, okay, he does. So he's 87 now. It says 83 for route runner. I just want his route running to go up in general, but he is an 87 and then +2 with morale. Laviska Shenault's killing it. Marvin Jones is going to be off the team pretty soon. 3 superstar receivers. Fender does have star dev. Is it worth starting him? I think so. I'm not going to re-sign Rayshon Jenkins in that case. So we'll get out of that contract. Malcolm Brown, I don't need. I want a big-time upgrade at D-tackle. I don't need A.J. Khan. I don't really need Jamal Agnew. Yeah, sure, he's superstar dev. He's a return man. So that overall is misleading. I don't need Taven Bryan. I don't need Dwayne Smoot. I don't really need Logan Cook. We're going to let everybody walk. $55 million to spend in free agency. Devontae Adams is here. Jair Alexander's here. Fred Warner is, I think, the guy I go after. Joe Schobert can then move to outside linebacker. Fred Warner is worth paying because he's so good. It's a lot of money. I wonder if I can lowball him and get him for way cheaper. I really would like to. I really would like to. I don't think that's going to be enough to do it, but we'll start with that. That is the contract issue. Justin Fields is in free agency. The Bears did not bring him back. Superstar development. 82 overall quarterback, and he's just sitting in free agency. Man, great picture they chose of Justin Fields. Dude looks like a Pacific Islander. So I went after Akeem Hicks and Chandler Jones as well. Both of them declined. But Fred Warner, who I lowballed, accepted. That's the biggest one I wanted anyway, though. So Fred Warner will make an immediate impact as our starting Mike. And then Joe Schobert's going to slide over to play, I guess what would be, I mean, he's more of a strong side linebacker, but he's going to play left outside, which really would be, I guess, the will on this defense. I don't know. Miles Jack's kind of a fit for that, but it doesn't matter. It's the game. Joe Schobert's an outside linebacker, as is Miles Jack. Fred Warner, stud up the middle. I think Fender's going to work out at strong safety. He's a scheme fit as well, so we like the extra XP. Would love a big-time defensive tackle. I tried to upgrade D-tackle and edge. Kayvon Chason just isn't doing it for me. NFL draft time in 2022, but really 2023. We have the number 4 overall pick because we sucked. Darrell Harrington I thought was going to be really good with A- finesse moves, but he's a mid-first rounder. So we can do a little bit better than that. Richard Kinney looks like he's going to be a stud. Might be worth upgrading Joe Schobert. We'll check around. Look at some other positions before we make any rash decisions. DJ Adams, early first-round receiver in the 3rd. So I will be I pick at number 11 as well. Oh, that's from the Eagles. No, number 11's from me. Number 4 is from the Eagles. Okay, so I'm going to get DJ Adams for sure. Cordell Elam in the 4th? I might get both those guys. Goodbye, Jamal Agnew. Hello, stud receivers just sitting there. Okay, so we'll simulate to number 4 overall and then make a decision. Lions at number 1 overall, unsurprisingly. And who is here for the taking? Could go Philip Durant. Looks like a stud D-tackle. Might be just what we need. Although Jalen Ballantyne is a player I really am interested in getting. I think he'd be a big-time upgrade over Kayvon Chason long-term, depending on development trait. Or what we could do, which is what I'm going to do, is take the defensive tackle at 4 and trade back up. So Philip Durant is a 77 overall, the number 1 player in the entire class. Only normal dev. Good block shot, good power moves, good strength. Overall, pretty good athlete as well. Philip Durant was definitely the pick. But that means that the other guy I was targeting, the edge, probably not going to be amazing. So a little bit disappointed at that. But he might have good development trait. So it's worth taking a shot at him, in my opinion. So we'll look at trade number 11 and then maybe a 3rd as well to move up. And that trade is accepted. Beautiful. So move back up to 5 to take Jalen Ballantyne out of Washington. I think it's the move. I like his potential. He is also a 77 overall, wherein Kayvon Chason's 45, but also only has normal development. 85 speed, 79 finesse moves. He's really, really good. Really, really good. Gonna move down to defensive end. Just normal dev sucks. It really does. Now in the second, we have 2 second-round picks. You guys already know who I'm taking. Like, we could look to go safety. These guys are pretty good for their value, but I'm going back-to-back receiver. DJ Adams is a 76 overall, the number 3 overall player. So far, we've taken the first, second, and third best player in the entire draft in order, and they all have normal development because this game just lives to frustrate me. There goes Bobby Redmond. I think we had him on our board, right? Maybe did, but Cordell Elam's the pick. Show me non-normal dev. Never mind. And it's the number 4 player, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4 in order. He's good. As you can hear the cat talking about how she liked the pick. You like the pick? She kind of looks like a jaguar, honestly. Let me pull her up. So as you can see, she's like a little black jaguar or like a panther. She is very talkative. She's back to living with me and a little camera shy. But yeah, she loves to get involved. So if you hear cries at any point, she just wants attention. They're not even cries, really. They're just like little quick meows. I don't know. Did you hear that? You may have. That was a weird one. If you didn't, I just sound like I'm insane. But I have the proof of the cat. There is a cat. I'm not crazy. Cortez Griffey. First round pick available in the 5th. D-tackle. We're going to take him. The son of Ken Griffey Jr. Cortez Griffey obviously is going to only have normal dev because it's impossible to draft anyone with higher than the worst development trait in the game. I'm going to let the CPU handle the rest of the draft. Personally, and I've complained the entire year, I think it's a problem when the 4 best players in the entire class all have the worst possible development trait. Of course, Peter Redding, the guy I didn't draft, has better than the worst, which is cool. The Lions take Richard Kinney. He also has better than the worst. Rashard Gaines, normal. I don't know, man. They don't give enough star dev. And then you actually see at the start of the year, like for the Madden 22 actual game, you'll see like half the class within the first round and a half, let's say, they'll have star or better development. Yet in the actual draft class, it's like 4 guys have it. And are you kidding me? And it's none of the top players. Whereas in real life, Chase Young, superstar X Factor development coming out. Joe Burrow, superstar development coming out. So many of these guys get a development trait, yet in the actual draft class in the game, no one has it. Ballantyne is a 78 overall right end. Do we start him right away? I say yes. Worse development trait than Chason, but he's a rookie. So Chason can rotate in. Sidney Jones in the nickel. Marvin Jones has to go. Marvin Jones has to go. Of course, Fred Warner on the team now. That's very cool. And then offensively, what's his name? Daniel? DJ Adams. DJ Adams is better than Marvin Jones. And so is Elam. So Jones is going to get pushed down the depth chart, and we're going to start a rookie in the slot, get them star dev. We are 5-2 at the midseason mark. Back to our season 1 performance. This is where we want to be. ETN got a new ability. X Factor LB. We're not going to worry about that in simulation. Shaquille Griffin, James Robinson, Josh Allen, Josh Lambo, Brandon Linder, Andrew Norwell, Juwan Taylor, all impending free agents. So we're going to want to take care of that when we can. But we're doing pretty well overall. I'd say, who do I want to take care of now? Should I bring back some of these guys? Can't really do anything with Coach XP, so yeah, we might as well. Shaquille Griffin's back. So we'll bring back a few of these guys, the other ones. I bring back everybody. I want to say brought, but just bring came out. So then I can't say, I bring back everybody. Like, it sounds weird, so had to kind of do that on the fly. But yeah, I brought everyone back. That's what I wanted to say. Decent contracts for the most part. Nothing crazy. We'll simulate to the playoffs. Should be a playoff team. Everyone's developing really nicely. Let's get it. Let's finish strong. 10 or 11 wins would be nice. First round by 13-3. Did even better than I expected. Best offense in the league, and Trevor Lawrence threw for 50 touchdowns. Our defense was second in the NFL, so a big-time change. Lawrence was unbelievable. Almost 4,600 yards, 50 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions in what surely was an MVP effort. He is up to a 97 overall with morale. Rushing, James Robinson was good, as was Travis Etienne, who continues to get better every year. Mo Alley Cox had 1,100 yards on 99 catches and 8 touchdowns. He's dominating. He's dominating in simulation. DJ Chark was quite good. And Cordell Elam, the rookie out of Cal, 15 touchdowns. Chenault in there too. Of course, DJ Adams was not in the slot, so he only had 5 catches. Crazy numbers. Defensively, Fred Warner was killing it. The missing piece to our defense, really. 3.5 sacks, 4 interceptions. He was awesome. Josh Allen, 16.5 sacks. Jalen Ballantyne, the rookie out of Washington. Good thing we started him. Good thing we started him. He had almost double-digit sacks as a rookie. Almost double-digit sacks. Philip Durant had 4. Fred Warner, of course, talked about him. All right. Team balled out. Fred Warner led the team in interceptions. Shaquille Griffin had 3, 2 for Sidney Jones. And then awards. It's going to be MVP for Trevor Lawrence. It is. Not shocked by that whatsoever. Also wins Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC. Defensive Player of the Year is Devin Bush. Have Fred Warner at number 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Cordell Elam. 15 touchdowns. Not super surprised. Johnny Bullocks. Yeah, I mean, anytime you got Bullocks finishing in second place, you're doing it right. Dennis Session, number 6. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Jalen Ballantyne. Philip Durant at 2. And no other Jags. We'll upgrade the team. No Trevor Lawrence. I want to get his short accuracy up. We'll upgrade the team this way, though. It's not particularly important right now. I do have some Coach XP. Should I do it on quarterback? I almost wondered what's the point. Let's do tight end. Steelers, Jags, playoff rematch. They played the playoffs in 2009, I want to say. They also played in the divisional in 2018 in the same season where they made the AFC Championship, the 2017 season. January 14th. Beat them 45-42, did the Jaguars over the Steelers. But they played, I want to say, in like 2009. 2008 in the 2007 season in the wild card as well. So this is a rematch of sorts. The Jags have had the Steelers number historically in the playoffs, which is about the strangest thing I've probably ever said. You wouldn't have ever thought that. But the Jaguars have had the Steelers number in the playoffs, and the Steelers get their revenge. We're out first rounded again. Okay, this team just can't win in the playoffs. I guess. It seems. So Trevor Lawrence has 4 skill points after officially winning MVP, and he won everything. NFL passer rating leader, QB of the year, Offensive Player of the Year, MVP. Not too bad from Trevor Lawrence, who will get his short accuracy upgraded. We'll do field general for that. Short accuracy into the 90s right now. Love that. Let's do scrambler. It's the lowest thing that Trevor Lawrence has right now, and we should really focus on the short accuracy. We have +1. Break sack goes up by 3. Not that that was really a big need. Please tell me Jalen Ballantyne got star. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year. He almost certainly did not get star. He's still sitting at normal. That also continues to frustrate me. +2 finesse moves, will take that up to 87. Cordell Elam had to have gotten star. Receiver of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, still has normal. Oh my God. Again, these things just frustrate the hell out of me. Elam gets upgraded. But wow, that's annoying. Do I want Juwan Taylor back? No. He's good depth, but also no one's getting injured, so don't really need that at all. He is young, though. He might be cheap. In the event that Brandon Linder or Andrew Norwell leaves, I could maybe slide somebody over to play guard or center, and Juwan Taylor could be good to start a tackle, or maybe he moves over. I am going to re-sign Juwan Taylor. Didn't think I would, but we're going to. 34 mil. What do I want? J.J. Watt to play defensive tackle. Yeah, that's it. Or Akeem Hicks, but no, I want J.J. Watt. I want J.J. Watt for sure. No safety is worth signing, and that's kind of the one position we might look to upgrade. So, little unfortunate that is. Don't really want Bobby Wagner at this point. Don't really want Micah Parsons. Although, he wouldn't be the worst to bring in. But for the sake of any type of realism, Micah Parsons in real life almost certainly will still be on the Cowboys at this point, so not going to sign him. Same thing with Jalen Phillips. It just seems a little bit ridiculous to me. So J.J. Watt is my biggest and only target I'm focused on. Who is Starks? Just chilling with superstar Dev on the team. Who is Starks? Hold on a second. Denard Starks just has superstar Dev. He's bad. He's bad, don't get me wrong, but just randomly as a 6th round draft pick as superstar development. Okay, we got J.J. Watt. He's going to play defensive tackle. Obviously a lot further into his career at this point. Still weird to think that he's an Arizona Cardinal, by the way. Is anyone else like that just kind of clicking for them? He hasn't played a snap for the Cardinals, but it's been such a weird long offseason, it feels like. Even though we just got to the draft, we still have a lot of time before football starts up again. J.J. Watt is an Arizona Cardinal. It's still crazy to think about. 5th-year options really shouldn't be relevant. We're going to pick up C.J. Anderson, but this might be the final season already. I want some playoff success, but we are in, technically at this point in our minds, 2024 going into that season. Kayvon Chason, we will bring back. He's not amazing for us. We're going to opt to keep the guy we drafted last year who had a great rookie season over him. So that's not cool for Kayvon. I'm sure he'd like to be starting, but he can't start. Going into the draft, I'm looking really for one position and one position only. I like my offense a lot. Mo Alley Cox is a dominant force at tight end somehow. Don't know how that's the case, but it is. I love the receiving core. I love the running backs. It's just on defense, we need a better safety than Fender. A better outside linebacker would be cool. I don't know how we got Baron Browning. Who drafted him? The Broncos did, right? I think the Broncos drafted Baron Browning. We'll simulate to our pick. The odds of getting a player worth starting is low at this point just because our team is so good overall. But the safety I wanted is still available at 28, so we're going to take him. Martin Gilbert, 21-year-old safety out of USC. Not the best athlete in the world, but seems like it's just a linebacker back there at safety. He's a number 2 player in the class. And I said there probably wasn't going to be worth anyone worth taking that we'd start. I'm saying those in the wrong order. But Martin Gilbert might be worth starting in the back end. He's super slow. This is a linebacker. This is a linebacker that's masquerading as a safety. This is Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in a lot of ways. I'll take Braxton Henry here in a second. It will be my final pick. Decent tight end in there. Got a lot of good tight end depth on the team. And I'll let the CPU finish off the rest of the draft. Why do I have 81 offense? Why do I have 81 offense? Something ain't adding up. Is it because Walker Little and Cam Robinson are both left tackle? But I have Juwan Taylor, so that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. 81 overall. Why? Liar. I don't believe you. Yeah, we're going to start Gilbert at safety. Why not? He's higher overall than Fender. He might have a better development trait, and he's going to be younger. Fender, who is young, 24 years old. Gilbert's 3 years younger. So definitely worth starting him. And then another star development player down here, or higher, I guess, Joe Locke. Looks really good, actually. We'll play him over Daniel Thomas. Are there any stud free agent fullbacks? Do I sign playoff Lenny back to the Jaguars? Former top 5 pick for the Jags. I'm going to sign Leonard Fournette back. And he's going to start at fullback. This is the team for this season. Might be the final season. Might do another one depending on how I'm feeling. But I like the team. I kind of want to see Gilbert develop, especially if he is superstar dev. I am super in on seeing how that goes. We're going to simulate to the midseason mark, hoping for, at a minimum, 5 wins. I'd love 7-0. I'll take that. In between the 5 and the 7, I wanted 6-1. And my receiver that's in the slot, Cordell Elam, is going to hopefully go up to star dev with 100 yards receiving. I think that's quite doable. especially against the Chargers. Yeah, they do have Asante Samuel Jr. now, but hopefully that's not too much of an issue. Cordell Elam. Got to get your route running up, pal. Got to be done, doesn't it? Got to be done. Big time upgrades. Stays the same overall, but it's going to be good for him. Trevor Lawrence, as well as a bunch of other big time players ready to negotiate. The big one, though, is Trevor Lawrence. We actually don't really have a lot of money for this. Trevor Lawrence signs a massive, massive, massive deal. But many of these players, they will not be re-signable. I mean this quite literally. We really can't re-sign anybody because of Trevor Lawrence. It's just not possible. Now, I really could work around the salary cap and cut and sign and trade and do all these things. But I really kind of went all in on this season. So we're in the perfect spot to compete. Gotta need playoff success. Gotta need it. Gotta have it. I want it. We're going to make the playoffs starting at 6-1. It's just going to happen. The question is, will we actually be able to win in the playoffs this time? Playoffs are here. We have a first-round bye. Again, 12-4. Not quite as good as last year, but once again, the best offense. And Trevor Lawrence elevates his game somehow. Didn't even think it was possible through a lot of interceptions in comparison to last year, but 53 touchdowns, almost 4,700 yards, almost 300 yards passing per game. ETN and James Robinson were even more splitting carries this year. ETN almost 5 yards per carry. He is getting to be very, very good. Receiving, DJ Chark was great. Cordell Elam had 16 touchdowns and over 1,000 yards. Mo Alley Cox was once again quite good. Laviska Shenault had 13 touchdowns. My word. Fred Warner was awesome as he's been. Okay, Jalen Ballantyne led the team in tackles for loss with 13. He also had 12.5 sacks, but it was nothing in comparison to Josh Allen's 19.5 with an interception as well. Watt with 8.5. Welcome JJ Watt to Jacksonville. Saxonville now with these numbers. Fred Warner 5.5, 4.5 for Miles Jack. Durant even got involved a little bit as well. Shaquille Griffin 5 interceptions, 2 for Sidney Jones. We saw Fred Warner's already. Offense was awesome. Defense was awesome. Trevor Lawrence with another MVP. Not really a shock there. Also wins Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Tremaine Edmonds. Josh Allen with 19.5 sacks at 3. Fred Warner at 9. No Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Brandon Leonard. Martin Gilbert at number 2. No other Jags. Playoff matchup is against the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes against Trevor Lawrence could be the future of the AFC here. So we will see what happens. We've got a pretty good team as well. No slouches on this team. 93 defense is now our strength as a team. Looking very, very good. Just need Leonard Fournette to carry. My receivers are awesome. 94, 96 overall for DJ Chark and Laviska Shenault. And then defensively, Gilbert has superstar. Okay. So we're number 48. Pretty disgusting number for safety. But just casually superstar development. Locke is up to a 76. We almost know his depth trait. We will after this game one way or another, I think. And then Bridges, he hasn't played, but he's probably going to be star. They're both going to be star probably, but you never know. We can hope for the best, even though expect the worst. And we'll see if we can beat the Chiefs. Big time matchup in the divisional. And we're in 31-28. A crazy matchup, but we narrowly beat them and come out on top. We'll do zone for Martin Gilbert here. Would love him to get +1 speed just to see it. There it is. There it is. 86 speed. Kayvon Chason's going to get upgraded. Not that it's going to matter. He goes up to an 80. He's just not playing. He's not good enough. He's not better than the other edge that we have. And then Shaquille Griffin. We'll do slot for him. It's the scheme fit. So that works well for me. 99 zone coverage. Goodness. And it's Patriots Jags. Was this the AFC Championship in 2018? Sure was. Patriots won 24-20. So another playoff rematch. I will be hopping in. Show me Locke with superstar dev just cuz. How awesome would that be? He's got it. Oh my. I didn't even draft this guy. 2 superstar dev safeties in the same draft class. It's not quite the Legion of Boom Seahawks. I think Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor were a year apart. I think 2010 and 2011. But, I mean, they would have been two superstar dev players. Cam Chancellor, not quite the high first-round pick that Earl Thomas was. Earl was number 10 overall. I think Cam Chancellor was a fourth-rounder. Earl Thomas was number 14 overall. Cam Chancellor was a fifth-rounder. So he was 2010. Earl Thomas was 2010 as well. So they were the same draft class. All right. So I second-guessed myself and said the wrong thing. But I was right in my head the first time, which is all that really matters in the end. 89 overall to the Patriots, 88. Let's see what happens. Things are tied at 3. Patriots extend, make it 10-6 now after we score a field goal. Patriots up 17-6. Our offense needs to wake up, and our defense is not playing all that well either. 27-9. We're going to need big-time scores. All right, jumping in here in the red zone. Big-time opportunity to score. Devin McCourty in the zone. We're rolling out. I think we have that. Lawrence on the run. Finds Mo Alley Cox. Touchdown. Not out of this game just yet. Not out of this game just yet. Baker Mayfield is the quarterback in New England these days. Browns didn't want to hold on to him, I guess. And that's just completely my area. But the ball's on the ground. It's recovered by Fred Warner. Oh, huge hit. And we are in position to take over. Easy check down to Chark. Was trying to get out of bounds there. Take the first down. It is crazy how much Trevor Lawrence looks like Trevor Lawrence in game. That is wild. It's like the made up face scan. They knew exactly who they were making. EA, I should say. So we'll check down to James Robinson. We could try and make this the final possession of the game. That'd be pretty mean. But it would be the best strategy. Which means Travis Etienne's going to get a carry here. And he'll break a tackle. We'll spin back. And that's exactly what I want to do on that run. Get 3 or 4 yards. Make it 3rd and 2. Waste a lot of clock. And now our power backs into the game. James Robinson. And I don't want the touchdown. I don't want the touchdown. I don't want to fumble either. We're inside the 20. I want to burn this clock. 2nd and 8. Etienne into the backfield now. Keep in mind, I don't want the first down just yet. Don't want it. 3rd and 5, though. We need a touchdown. So we're counting on me to be pretty clutch here. Maybe find one of the backs out of the backfield. James Robinson, quick catch. I would have loved a broken tackle. But that should be fine. It's 4th and very manageable. I didn't need the touchdown there. I wanted to make this the final drive of the game. Oh, geez. I wonder what the coach wants us to run in this spot. How about every suggestion is the same play? Every suggestion is for... What do they call it? Shake? That's not right, but it's close. We're going to step up. Lawrence maybe would have had the touchdown. We're going to stop just short. It shakes. That's right. Okay. Close enough. We're going to give Etienne a carry. Robinson in motion. And Etienne is going to be just short. We're going to call a timeout. We're in the driver's seat here. The Patriots are going to lose this game. And I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. I do it so often. It's unbelievable because I had a touchdown literally all over the field. Rolled out. Touchdown here. But who I tried to go to, you'll see right here, was the... And maybe it's a good thing I pressed the wrong button because they got bumped. Because Elam would have been absolutely wide open. And I didn't know what button James Robinson was. I tried to hit Elam. End up throwing cross body, and DJ Chark just mosses him. That's that amazing, spectacular catch rating. And we're going to win the Super Bowl because of it. Listen, this is not a gameplay channel, really. I know I do Desperados franchise. My strength really isn't reading a defense and making the throw. I don't play Madden enough to be good at that or to care about it. My strength is building the team. And we built a monster here. We're up by 3. Should be able to beat the Patriots and advance to the Super Bowl here. If I already said win the Super Bowl, that was my mistake. This is the AFC Championship. Ball's loose. J.K. Scott recovers, and J.K. Scott has a touchdown. Listen, the gameplay is not supposed to be, oh man, so hard. Look at me play the CPU. It's supposed to be fun. We're just seeing the guys play. It's about the team building. I don't, oh, this is all not all bad simulation. I know. My actual franchise series is all bad in simulation. This is just for fun to see the players play, see them out on the field. Take it less seriously, please. Super Bowl week. Do we know what Super Bowl week means? It means that the awards are finalized and the development traits are upgraded for some players. Joe Locke having superstar dev is still wild to me. He's very, very, very good. Very good. 91 speed, 85 zone coverage as a rookie. Just chilling. Tell me Cordell Elam finally got up to star at least. He did. Let's go. Give him route runner. He's up to an 85 overall with morale. Can't even upgrade field general or strong arm for Trevor Lawrence. He's just too high of an overall. So I will do scrambler. And yeah, this team is just so good. We'll do improviser for the last one. Get the scheme fit. And he is just an animal. Andre Sisco up to an 85 overall as well. He looks awesome. I want to see all the dev trait upgrades, though. The offense is only an 87, which is pretty good, but only an 87. Elam's up to star, as we saw. James Robinson's been at star. ETN hasn't changed. And then defensively, ooh, Griffin is up to superstar X Factor. Let's go Shaquille. Shutdown, I think, would be better than reinforcement. I also see that Ballantyne is up to star dev after a great season. So good for him. 91 finesse moves for Jalen Ballantyne. I think we made the right move to start him. And the fact that Locke has superstar is amazing, with Gilbert having superstar as well. Alonzo Bridges, we don't even know yet. It is star. Like, the odds of getting another superstar plus, just randomly, I'm going to say close to 0. As we'll look to play the Packers in the Super Bowl. Let's end this video with a bang. Very close game so far. We do have the lead. The Packers, and is it Aaron Rodgers here at this point? I don't know. 21-12. Oh, Packers are making this a game. And they just pulled ahead with a big-time score. Cam Newton. Cam Newton is the Packers quarterback at this point. Not even Jordan Love. It's Cam Newton. All right, Trevor Lawrence under the lights. Need a big drive here. We have a lot of open options, but I'm going to take the most yards. Oh, Elam, what a play. Almost waited too long to throw that. I had to throw out a sack, but it was a good throw. We had a lot of open options. I wanted the most yards. Elam just made an incredible play. Lawrence not having a great game, by the way. Very pedestrian numbers. Here's ETN. Cut back. ETN still going. We're number 1. Very odd. Wide open. Mo Alley Cox. We're just going to nickel and dime. Just nickel and dime. I made a very odd noise with my mouth there when I said nickel and dime. But we don't really need to get big plays right now. We're just piecing them apart, taking what we can get, and that's wide open. DJ Chark. Beautiful. Inside the 40. Trevor Lawrence over 150 on the day throwing. Again, very pedestrian numbers for him. Can we get one more playoff? We can. I want ETN. Show me what you can do after the catch. Big time spin move. Take a couple. Zone coverage. We're just going to check down at Travis Etienne. Set him up with the juke. Oh, look at Etienne go. Getting skinny. Hitting him with the shimmy and the shake. Shake and bake. Making a mistake if you leave him open like that. Album coming soon. I'm going to Etienne again. The Clemson connection. I went for the hurdle. Looks like Etienne got knocked out on that one. But we're just rolling through him right now. I'm tempted to throw the slant, get a quick touchdown. Looked like they covered it. I'm going to step up. Trevor Lawrence is tackled. What a play by, it looked like Zadarius Smith, and it was. But that works for me. Do I do a handoff to Travis Etienne here? Yep. Juke back. Don't need a touchdown right now. Don't need a touchdown. 3rd and goal. Probably need a touchdown here, though. Do I give it to Etienne? Let's trust him. Oh, it was an instant block shed. No! Kenny Clark, instant block shed. What are the odds? And now it's 4th and goal. Super Bowl on the line. This is not what we wanted here. This is not what we wanted at all. Big time play. What's going to happen? We're rolling out. Lawrence, one-on-one, and he wins it. Touchdown, Trevor Lawrence. We go up by 1 with 2 seconds to play. Trevor Lawrence won the foot race. They didn't account for him. Probably could have thrown a slant touchdown. Well, that's not good. He just stopped the slant route. If he houses this, we're going to lose. Justin Lane with the pick. Who cares? Who cares? It's game over. It's a Super Bowl win. Why did he stop the slant when there's wide open real estate on that side of the field? I'll never know. That's the game for you, though. And with a tackle, this one is over. The Jacksonville Jaguars have defeated the Packers. The Jacksonville Jaguars, for the first time in franchise history, are Super Bowl champions. And after 2 MVPs, after a Super Bowl win, in just a few seasons, Trevor Lawrence becomes the best quarterback in Jacksonville Jaguars franchise history. He could retire tomorrow. He's got a better resume than Mark Brunell, than David Garrard, than Byron Leftwich, than Blake Bortles. Any other notable Jags quarterbacks? Not really. Not really. Not that Blake Bortles, Robbie Bortles is notable. But yes, the Jags are Super Bowl champions. Trevor Lawrence has already had a great career in just 4 years. Super Bowl champion, multiple time MVP, multiple times throwing for 50 touchdowns in a season. I think it's only been done a few times in NFL history, and Trevor Lawrence has done it twice now. He is honestly well on track to becoming the best player in NFL history. Good on the Jags. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I know the gameplay is whatever. Listen, it's not about the gameplay. It's about the team building. You know the deal if you've been on the channel for a long time. This is a super, super fun team. It was fun to play with all these rookies. The Jags had a ton of picks. It was fun to give these guys star dev and see how they developed. Travis Etienne, beast. Trevor Lawrence, monster. Walker Little was good for us. And then defensively, of course, Andre Sisco turned out to be okay. We had some fun draft picks and some fun CPU draft picks as well. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.
I hit it at the park, Ben Bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah. Promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, yeah. Papa turn taking it back to the house. Defense a joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speedbird's good.